Hello, 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 and welcome back to the province of the damned, the realm of the abyss, where Garathe Den was trekking through the dungeon, which is where we last left off. Way to ruin my opening, right? But yeah, all that yammer aside, I'm a little drained, in-game drained, to the tune of, looks like 0.3 skills in 0.3 of any given high aptitude skill, which is not very bad. And I had been exploring the abyss for, actually looking at my XP, I think I got 100% of the XP up to this level, and like I went from 16 something all the way to 1729, so probably a full 100%, but without success, so yeah, that sucked. I got bored. I'm gonna continue exploring now. Am I wearing the definitive armor right now? No. There's a good chance I end up replacing any number of these armors. So we will just hope that this thing doesn't burn before I get out. I also managed to get myself mutated. It is not admittedly the worst of mutations. It's in fact pretty minor for a doesn't give a shit about food guy. But it's also not, you know, a non-issue. Be careful not to get... Anyway, yeah, and a few more kills and I should be able to eliminate this drain. Since the drain, I believe, is EXP, but there we go. Yeah, it's EXP based, and now I'm back to normal. But yeah, my trip to the Abyss, while bullshit and frustrating, has not been nearly as deadly as it might otherwise have been. I'm assuming that these guys have smite targeting damage or something. It's actually kind of frustrating. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So, reading the information, it seems like Star-Cursed Masses deal damage within smite range, which is why them multiplying has led to drastic losses of life for me in the past. Alright, there we go. That's an easy kill. Jesus. Alright, continue to gain EXP. Yeah, so my goal for this video, which I just started, is to escape the Abyss. That's pretty much it. If I get out of the Abyss, I'm happy. Oh, fuck you, Balrog. I think I just take him on. I pre-berserk because this guy can deal a lot of damage pretty quickly. Did I just drop out of berserk in one hit? Damn, that did not last long. But yeah, I've been hemorrhaging my piety meter to keep this going. Of course, well, I guess hemorrhaging is the wrong term. I've been using it rapidly, but I've also been picking up a ton, so there's that too. Wait, I'm out of item slots? Holy shit. Drop the Wand of Magic Darts. You have better. And I do like Identify Scrolls. They're useful. Any unknown quaffables or unknown readables? No? Okay. I may actually literally just not need Identify Scrolls anymore, to be completely honest. There's a very good chance I already have every worthwhile item identified. I wanted to close the distance between me and the golden eye before fighting it. Making full use of, at every turn, of the cleave effect on my axe. Oh, son of a bitch. And I got iron shot. Didn't want to take my chances in the presence of a lich. We will eat grapes, which will be a great excuse to take a lot of turns recovering health as well. We should probably just continue to use regen MR, Trog's Hand. Like, granted it's using some piety, but having health is so much more important than having piety right now. And I'm not running out of rations or anything either. It's not like... I mean, 8 rations should really be enough food for... Hey, look! Door number 1 leading into the Abyss. Also, there's a tormentor, so I'm going to be very careful in how I proceed. Nope, I still got tormented. That hurt really badly. And there's a scroll killer. Let's make sure I don't get lit on fire. Whoa! I was not trying to berserk there. I was trying to regen MR. I have actually lost a pip of Trog Piety. So there's door number 1 for today, with me not getting out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they really did just eliminate exit doors from floor 1. Which would be a terrible mistake, but, you know, it's possible. Inoxinals, which now have Iron Shot, apparently, because the game does not hate me enough. Unborn, eh? I'm surprised you're alive. Well, I guess fetuses are clearly alive, even if they're not human, necessarily. Okay. Regen MR is cleared, and we're gonna endeavor to try to get our piety back, actually, because we're at 5 pips right now. And I would much rather not be at 5 pips, but ugh. How bad a drain are we talking about? Oh, wow, that's pretty bad. That's like a full point of skills lost. You know what just occurred to me is I also haven't seen an altar of Lugonu while I've been here. Not that I would even consider invoking the Wrath of Trog this late in the game, with me being this reliant on Berserk for survival, but, you know, Lugonu is supposed to be very highly represented in this area, and he does not seem to be. Do not get lit on fire. Keep moving. Let's just avoid them until I can be in range to kick their ass. Glowing axe. Try on the new gloves because I don't care about the whip, actually. I don't even know why I picked it up. Probably instinct. Yay! +2 gloves means more 8 armor, and immediately will whip out the. Actually, a 3/6 battle axe or 3/6 executioner's axe is pretty much a no-brainer, right? Attack speed is quite fast with an executioner's axe, so I'm kind of beyond the need for even having a lower tier weapon. Could it be that my exploration pattern is wrong somehow? I mean, I'm clearly like not just traveling in a straight line. I'm moving kind of zigzag. I'll gain another 50% towards another level up, for what that's worth. Shit, maybe I should just go deeper into the abyss. Ooh, unknown scroll. Branding of a weapon. Interesting. I like the brand on both of these. I'll switch up the freezing one though, just to see what happens. Massive orb of lightning. It is now an orb of. Okay, it is now an electrocution axe, which is actually vastly better, since resist electricity is very uncommon. At least, I mean, especially compared to resist cold, which is frankly even given. And whoa. Oh, okay, it wasn't an on-death effect. It was just a abyssal translocation, which does happen from time to time. Ooh, new potion. And immediately warped again. I just checked to make sure I wasn't, you know, cursed or something. But no, I'm just unfortunate. Light the book on fire and keep moving. Again? What the fuck? Hey, at least it hasn't shown me a door out yet, right? I mean, it's not really a big deal to be tellied around. As long as, I mean, I don't know, maybe the telly code now guarantees that it will never put you by an exit, but I swear I'm not trying to farm the abyss. I'm just trying to not die in here. Oh man. Or more accurately, to preserve enough of my valuables that I can continue to do effectively when I get out. He is not currently mirroring pain. He is still not mirroring pain. He is still not mirroring pain. He is dead. I've died I think I've died twice to a pain mirror by an enemy that I could have sworn was. Ooh, it's an apocalypse crab. Like a fire crab, only it's the apocalypse. You don't want to stand in chaos, so Shit. There's the doorway out. Unfortunately, it's... Oh, never mind, the chaos disappeared. I'm okay. Exit time, 10 minutes. You guys are all asleep, and the first person who's getting targeted is the fucking mage. Okay, we're gonna berserk right away because I'm actually in risk of taking serious damage. And we're just gonna get out of here rather than fight on poor terms. Yeah, so any chance this had of being like, oh hey, this actually is kind of like a speed run, gone. Like, just 100% gone thanks to that abyssal trip. It was probably avoidable to a degree at least, but not 100% avoidable because as you saw, I was one-shotting things left and right and it still got me. I have managed to max out my piety yet again, so that's good, and very soon I should probably take a moment to drop my load. Because I've, you know, come back carrying a lot of things. No negative enchants, so we can keep moving. Okay, you know what? Do I not have a C? I have a C invisible executioner's axe. I'm gonna whip that sucker out. Dex or strength? Dex or strength? Dex or strength? Dex or strength? Go Dex. I should really go in from now on too, just, you know, to even things out. So I have the anti-magic axe and the super souped up axe of Choppy Chop. We'll use the super souped up axe of Choppy Chop for the most part. Yes, that's its official name now. And ditch the enchant armor scroll until I have something to use it on. Oh, hello, puppet. Could this be useful? I don't know. Perhaps we should identify it with that one identify scroll I found. No. Int -2 is bad. Very bad. Almost bad enough that I don't care about the other properties. Turns out the other properties aren't that great either, so who cares? Nothing else on this floor. Let's check the next one. It's Norris. And as we all know, Chuck Norris hates gays, so let's attack him with an axe. Oh wait, just being a gay hater is not enough to deserve that you should get killed. Oh well. What the fuck? Okay, stand behind the skeleton until the centaur walks up to us, and then we'll kill the skeleton. I would much rather tank his damage for a little while than, you know, lose more potions. Wield the axe of anti-magic and continue to seal evil in a can for a while. Roxanne, why don't you get disintegrated? Okay, it's immune to disintegration. I could probably take on Roxanne. I probably don't want to. It's too much work for too little gain. Because of Cleave, this is an incredibly effective position for me to fight these guys in. Also, Headbutt means that anytime one of them misses, they get headbutted back. So yeah, that's how that fight went so easily. I just kind of stood in the middle of them and let them die around me. Jogren, immediately take Regen MR, walk towards him, and then ult him. The Regen MR was the first step because he can turn me to stone very easily, and turning me to stone will then make me incredibly vulnerable to his anti-stoning kill spell thingies. Whatever they're called. Shit! I put on Amulet of Faith, which I don't want, in exchange for an Amulet of the Gourmand, which I did want. We're going to remove the Amulet of Faith, at great cost to my faith. And we'll just have to earn it back. Maybe take a return trip to the Abyss, he said sarcastically. But I am still looking for a Amulet of Conservation, so that's why I'm testing anything at all. Anyway, it shouldn't be that hard to earn back piety. I just sacrifice everything I meet. Oh crap, that's a Hydra. Probably didn't need to go berserk for the Hydra. Probably didn't want to find out that I did. So. Okay, that's another floor. Let's go down again. Actually, we already know where the vaults are, don't we? Yeah, we do. So I'm like way past the vaults right now. Should go back for them eventually. Of course, right now I'm kind of utterly demolishing everything, so there's that too. I don't recall if it's a... I remember at one point there was either talk of or actual change to the vaults that it requires a rune to enter. I hope that's not the case, but if so, I shouldn't have a problem acquiring a rune anymore. If indeed ever I would have. Close the door. Close the door. Kill them all. I mean, with that kind of a bottleneck, they're just never going to touch me. Now, these guys technically are corrosive, so I should really check to make sure I didn't get corroded. I did. The boots I'm wearing are actually negative now, and should be stripped off at the earliest opportunity. There is a pair of boots on D16. We'll go back for them. La 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 la. There they are. And then we'll put them on. Okay. Multiple floors back down. Oh, whoops, too far. Wait, there's a book? Burn it. New potion, quaff it. Ditch the potions stack. One of my potion stacks, I guess. Restore abilities and brilliance can both go. Actually, brilliance might save my life in a pinch, but whatever. I'll deal with that risk. Flight, might are nice. Invisibility. I don't have a wand of invisibility. I do. As long as I have a wand, I probably don't need the potion. And this 9 times zap disintegration has got to be running low, so we'll drop that too. Onwards! Oh my god, elves. We're actually going to eat both of these elves. Give me a boost in hunger. Oh, that's a mimic, huh? Floor. Pull. And just kill them all. Kill them all. Pull. Actually, don't even bother pulling just yet. Now pull. Kill them all. I'm super sick, so let's let that wear off at least somewhat. Charge down the centaurs. Pull. Kill them all. Both. And then, of course, by centaurs I meant Yaktwars. Eat one. Try another door. Keep going. Crazed human is down. I'll just hunt down the Yaktwar. Okay. And now I'm going to go back to my regen MR just in case of abyssal powers. But yeah, I'm going back to the use of permafood as a means to save me from having to... I don't want to sacrifice... I want to sacrifice more things, so instead of eating corpses, I'll eat rations. Whoa. Whoa. No, I do not. Alright, there we go. The bolts of penetration did a number on me. I mean, with 29 arm AC, I'm obviously not used to being hit, ignoring my AC. Try this out on my anti-magic axe, and then go back to my mega massive awesome axe, which will probably remain the optimal choice for most of the game, if not all of the game. Wolf spider is down. How are we doing in terms of skills? I'll probably turn off axes right now. 25.6 has got to be better spent raising something else. So let's see, where are we now? Floor 20. Yeah, let's stop going deeper and start going backwards and doing other things. Spider nest, go. You're not the spider nest. Spider nest, go. You're not the spider nest. Spider nest, go. Be stupid. You can probably afford to auto-fight everything here. Moths of Suppression might change my tune. Because they can suddenly make me a lot weaker than I'm used to being. Both in terms of offensive and defensive capabilities. But, oh, no, keep the scroll fog, please. That's fine, just ignore what you can't pick up. But yeah, they could scare me. A bad run of luck in terms of strikes could scare me. And I'm sure there's a named unique or two that should give me pause. But beyond that, the regular denizens, I mean, just look how powerful I am. I can tank their orbs of destruction, and I obviously prefer to charge down the spiders that deal them, because it deals less damage the closer you are. So, yeah, I'm way better equipped for this place than my average wizard would be at this stage of the game. And once again, I am completely ignoring battle axes at this point in favor of executioner's axes, because, again, attack speed is quite fast versus attack speed is quite fast. So, you know, it's not like one is notably better than the other in that sense. Okay, there's a potion of beneficial mutation. I think at this stage, honestly, I just use it. I'm not that worried about hunger status, so having another one... Oh, shit. It gave me bigger horns, which is better for my headbutt, but it cost me my poly-resist hat, because you can't wear a cap with that many. This is unforgivable. Cure mutation is in layer 7. I'm actually just going to go for it, and hopefully this cures all my mutations, including this one. Okay. Unfortunately, it got rid of my strength +2, but it didn't get rid of all my mutations, it just got rid of a couple of them, and not the ones I wanted. But, it got rid of one of the ones I wanted, so okay. Moral of the story, don't get mutated. Negatively, at least. And beneficial mutations are not always beneficial. They're always a mutation the game considers positive, which does not necessarily mean your character or its build will consider it positive. Come on, assholes. Also, cure mutation is totally neutral in terms of what it cures. It doesn't consider good or bad. It just cures as many mutations as it has the power to do, based on the die roll. Near as I can figure. I mean, obviously I'm not privy to the actual game code. A fact that I periodically have to remind myself to remind my viewers, because I recognize I have a way of speaking that almost makes it sound like I'm absolutely certain of myself. Oh, there's an unknown scroll. How quaint. What could it possibly be? 3 of them. That's interesting. Let's ditch a wand of lightning? Scroll of summoning. Not technically speaking a scroll I much care for, but not a bad scroll either. I'm certain that I'd rather carry one than not, because carrying one has virtually no risk attached to it. It's not like I care about my carrying capacity or anything. After all, I'm a strength-based class. Okay, there's a wooden ring that hasn't been ID'd for a while, so let's figure out what those are. Plus the dex. No thank you. Because I'm currently wearing... Wow, protection from fire? Really? That's what I'm wearing? Huh. Oh, snappeth, good boots. Well, enchanted boots. They are artifact boots. They may or may not be any good. Let's find out. You feel stupid. Int -4. Dex +3 is really not worth that, because stat death range is very close. Also, there's no armor boost to these, so sadly I'm forced to prefer an average pair of blank boots to the cool looking green ones. Wait, why am I confused? Son of a bitch. I am wearing the new hat, right? Yeah, okay, good. Just making sure, you know, that after all that hung gum, I actually put it back on. Fireball. Do 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 do. Okay. We're gonna drop some random stuff again. You know, just periodic culling of my inventory, kind of thing. Quaff J. Oh, potion of Berserker Rage. That's fine. Wasn't the worst time in the world to go berserk, to be honest. Also a potion that I absolutely don't need. As long as I choose to follow Trog, I will almost certainly be able to berserk at will whenever I would be able to anyway. I kind of wish that potion of Berserk Rage didn't care about your exhaustion status. You drink it and you go berserk even if you've already just berserked. But obviously have a cost associated with that of fatigue, hunger, increased risk of passing out when you're done. You know, things to make it a risk reward as opposed to just a flat. It's a cool Logitong, honestly. I'm gonna carry it with me until I'm in a place that I'm confident nobody will pick it up. This is probably as good a spot as any, but you know, unexplored versus explored is the thing. ID the ring before dropping it, because there's virtually no ring I'd care for. I was born within a flame. Mama said that everyone would know my name. I'm the best you've ever seen. If you think I'm running out, I never am. 'Cause I'm on fire. Sorry. I'm totally not on fire with this build. I should totally be singing that with a fireball build. Ooh, a fire build sounds like a lot of fun, actually. I'm talking like a fireball build where I commit to doing nothing but fireballs. Like, once I get the ability to spam them, both as a spell and possibly off of an evocable staff. Could be fun. Okay, here's an enclosed honeycomb, and I don't know why. I'm going to disintegrate my way into it real quick, just to check to see if there's anything. Oh, hello, bing bong. There's totally stuff in here. I will kill them all. And I just get an extra scroll of blinking, which is totally worth a few disintegrate charges. So I'm pretty sure this is the bottom floor of the spider nest, and I have applied the same give no fucks approach to the entirety of it. Somehow I ended up with tier 3 poison, so, you know, I've cured out of that, and oh, hello, I'm actually dying, huh? It's berserk. Observe where the damage is coming from, and then kill off the sources quickly. Demonic crawler. Okay, I think we're good. Cure out of the poison, just because at this point my health actually went really low. You know, in the midst of bragging about how invincible I am, would be the exact time to die due to irony. Not actually an enemy in this game, but trust me, ironic deaths will kill you every now and then. Alright, that's better. So the demonic crawler deserves respect, apparently, is the lesson I'm taking home from this. So apparently does the Emperor Scorpion, who 1v1 took me down 50 hit points. Though deserve respect and can't be dealt with are very different things, as I just nailed him in one attack. You know what? This is so much fun, this melee. I mean, it's a dumb, boring build, but just meleeing is so much fun, and I'd forgotten that. I think my next build should be a stabber. If I forget what I wanted to run at some point, somebody like holler stabber, because that could be fun. Maybe we even upgrade to one of the newer versions to play it and try out like Dithmengos or something. I mean, I don't need or like Dithmengos particularly. There's nothing about him that made me excited, but, you know, try something new. It's like food. If you only eat what you like, then you never find out why you like it by eating stuff you don't like, i.e. everything else. Okay, more spiders to kill. More spiders to kill, and we take. Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord. So we're on the inner sanctum now of Spider Village. Well, the outer wall of the inner sanctum would be more accurate. Let's back off a little and close the door while we let them cluster up a little bit for us. Definitely charge down the orb users, because orbs hurt more for every square they cross in order to reach you. Put on regen just because there's so much damage coming in here, and I'm doing so little too. Oh, I'm confused. That's bad. Fix that right now. Turn Talara is down. I'm having a really hard time reaching the orb users, so here's the new plan. Which wand have I used the most of? Fire is fine. Boom. Step away. Kill. Wow, that one actually hit like a truck. Heal wounds to give me an edge to get some of my health back with. Block with the other guy's body and leave. Okay. Up we go. Holy cow. Continue regen MR because there's a lot of enemies on my ass. And we'll just heal out of this. Oh, they just blew up the door. Do I have a wand of fireball? No. Finish off at least one of these ones, eh? There we go. Most of them, if not all of them, are dead now. Goddamn confusion. You know, even confused, I can probably still take these guys on. Regen MR, and boom. Trog's Hand, man. Easily as important, if not more important, than Berserk for the Berserker of Trog's abilities. For what it's worth, they have made me stop tab spam, do nothing else. Ghost Moths can still drain my stats, but when I'm not reliant on mana, they basically don't even tickle me. I guess them being invisible might have given them at least some kind of ability to be frustrating, but then I have See Invisible, so even that's been denied them. He's just raining battle axes on me, but I don't really need any of them. Let's you know what, we're 25.6, let's finish training axes. Let's get it all the way to 27 flat and just end it. We're pretty close. Open, close, wait, wait, wait. Regen MR, open, Berserk, end them. They are not ready for the amount of wrath that I can bring down on them. Always want to kill the weak ones in this situation because every kill extends the Berserk a little longer. Or has a chance to, I should say. Oh man, in my slowed, exhausted state, fighting an Emperor Scorpion is actually very uphill. It's a good thing that, you know, I managed to heal him almost to death before that started. Let's not blow Curing. There we go. And Rune. Kills. Kills. We're actually just going to do the always acquire armor thing. Technically speaking, should probably be preferential to a wand because it'll give me a wand of healing, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it. So give me good armor. No, shields are not usable alongside Executioner's axes. And if you think there's even a chance I'm gonna drop down to a weapon that doesn't take full advantage of my overtraining, you're out of your goddamn mind. Alright, well, let's get back to the main dungeon, and then, or at least the lair, and call it, because I now have a room. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.